Andre 3000 is teaching us how to find our flute. Let me explain. It had been 20 years since we received a project from Andre 3000. Sure, we received our annual offerings like Scientists and Engineers or Life of the Party, but it always left us wanting more. And after years, Andre 3000 was found honing his craft, mastering his skills. But he wasn't rapping. He was playing that flute.
Andre!
And after years of people finding Andre 3000 in the streets playing the flute, he said, okay guys, all right, that's enough. And he blessed us with an album with no rap on it, still playing that flute. Flutes I've never even seen before. One flute had horns on it. I think they call it birds. Ask me why. I don't know. I don't play the flute. What a silly question to ask. How would I know that? And after decades of people asking Andre 3000 to rap again, he said this in a GQ interview.
Like even now, like people think, oh man, he's just sitting on raps, or like he's just holding these raps hostage. Like I ain't got no raps like that. Like it actually feels, sometimes it feels inauthentic for me to rap because I don't have anything to talk about in that way. Like
Andre later says,
I only work on feeling. Feeling is my only barometer of what I'm doing. Like I don't feel like I'm the best rapper. I don't feel like I'm the best producer. I don't feel like I'm the best singer, actor, none of that. It's just for me, my gauge is feeling. And that's always been that way, even within Outkast. Like if it felt right, I ain't care what other people thought. If it felt right, it was like, I ain't gonna argue with what it feel like. And if it don't feel right to me, which it hasn't in a while, like when it comes to rapping or vocal, type of music, I don't do it. The song is more important, the music is more important.
Andre says the song is more important, the music is more important. You've got to find your flute. It really touched me when he said, if it feels right, I ain't gonna argue with what it feels right. And if it doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna do it. So many times we get caught up in what people want us to do and how are we gonna do it in a way that makes others love it. And we focus less on what we want, what we feel in our spirit that should happen when it comes to creating. I think that was really interesting how he bets on himself, bets on his feeling, bets on his spirit instead of what everybody else wants him to do. I think it's also important to mention that Andre 3000 wasn't musically trained to play the flute. He didn't find a teacher, he found his passion and got started. He didn't wait for perfection like I feel like many of us do. In fact, I saw this post that said, you gotta start when you're not ready. Even when you think you're ready, there are things you don't know about just yet and will need to learn them as you go. The beauty lies in being flexible with the changes that happen along the journey. Be grounded in the belief of where you are going. Know that you will get there, but be flexible with what happens in the middle from where you are now to where you desire to be. Andre 3000 was flexible in his journey and willing to dive into new waters when we were begging him to be the person we knew him for. He knew of a person he wanted to be. And even though it may not have been perfect, even though he wasn't musically trained, he still did what he felt in his heart. He found his flute. And I hope you do too. Find your flute.